Now that Max, Joe, and Brock have discussed the logic in their own methodology, we wanted to investigate whether we can fit a valid regression model to these results. The purpose of this is to group all the previous findings into more wide-reaching, implicative statistical analysis. Regression models would be suitable in doing this because they create predictive assertions about the wider population that managers and marketers alike could benefit from. Given that we've already established ad response trends concerning aspects of our sample, it follows suit that we would attempt to group these trends together and create some form of meaningful inference. As to the method of our regression analysis, we grouped ads 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5 into separate categories for analysis. This was done because each of these ad categories have different intentions, objectives, and presentation styles, such that analyzing them in one model could be done, but we wanted to minimize the degrees of freedom penalty that would occur. The explanatory component of the equation represented the demographics of the sample, and this was fixed across the analysis for all ad categories, as you can see here overlaid on the presentation. This explanatory component included a mix of scale variables and a dummy indicators to explain any level shifts in the data given the indicator was in effect, i.e. it was equal to 1 or not. This fixed explanatory component was constructed so independent variable effects could be compared across advertisements if necessary, as long as the dependent variable under analysis was the same and if the independent variables in both analyses were statistically significant. As to the dependent variables in each of these regression models, each evaluation for each ad category was regressed on this fixed set of independent variables, though unfortunately the number of significant predictors per dependent variable were extremely limited and quite varied. We argue that because these nominal ad evaluations took on a 7-point Likert scale, they would be suitable to be treated as continuous and thus suitable for the use as dependent variables. What you see on screen now is a depiction of our complete models and how they moved, depending on ad category and the ad evaluation under analysis. This visual representation should make things a lot clearer. The particular reason for why we wanted to investigate predictive relationships between these ad evaluations and demographics of the sample was to address the market research problem as a whole. When our results showed that different segments of the population do not necessarily respond differently to the advertisements, i.e. their evaluations are not significantly different, this has quite profound implications for social marketers. However, the degree of similarity between advertisements, as well as non-random sample limitations, constrain the implications of these results and indicate that further testing is needed.